Can I sleep overnight in an airport instead of staying at a hotel? Yeah, it's not comfy. Some airports design the chairs so you can't lie on them horizontally. London Heathrow, I am looking at you. Go get fucked. The bright lights are on all night. Strongly recommend an eye mask and some kind of pillow. I can't speak as to whether or not ROC closes down at night, but I can testify that I slept in many an airport and consistently got some of the shittiest sleep in each of them. If you have to drive the following morning, it's worth buying even a shitty roach motel room to get enough rest to drive safely. Yes, but don't expect to get much sleep. I've done it a few times. It's a good way to save money, but even in the middle of the night in a dark and quiet part of the airport, some inconsiderate asshole will sit next to you despite miles of empty seats and eat an entire bag of chips and then practice origami shapes with the empty chip bag. I've done it before, though I certainly wasn't alone. There was a massive windstorm that delayed flights all over the country, and I ended up landing for my connecting flight at 11 p.m. with the connection rescheduled for 8 a.m. and it was rescheduled 3 other times by the time it took off. I was basically alone when I went to sleep, but as the night went on, more and more connection flights ended up landing and the place was packed with sleepers by morning. It was extremely uncomfortable, mostly because it was freezing cold in the airport before the sun came up and the airport was full of hot people for the HVAC to struggle against. The fact that I'm a side sleeper and was sleeping on hard concrete with a thin carpet on top didn't help. Some airports do fully close at night and yeah, I'd have to leave those, but major ones will stay open even if there's basically no flights. I'm from Rochester and yeah, you could do it. People would presume you had a layover. If you have to hit the road means driving at 5 a.m., I'd consider either a hotel room, so you can really get some sleep, or maybe rent a car and sleep in that for a few hours. You can, unless it's an airport that closes. I have been forced to do it on-seat. It was not comfortable, and then with the security announcements going off every 2 minutes I didn't get much sleep. Here's the thing, it's loud, it's bright, it's cold, and none of the seating or areas are designed to accommodate sleeping. I slept at JFK during that volcanic eruption a while back. I was not alone, there were also rats. I've done similarly at Tulsa before. Got in on a Greyhound at 1 a.m., slept outside the check-in counter until they opened at 5. How exactly are you hitting the road the next morning? If you have a car already, sleeping in it would likely be better. I'm from Rochester. Terminal is technically 247, but it's a small airport. You're going to be noticed and likely bothered. Some airports have sleep pods you can rent. Yes. Yeah, I slept in baggage claim at the Minneapolis airport. I wasn't alone. Tried it once at DFW Dallas by trying to find a corner on the floor between 2 seat benches. Somehow people still found a way to bump into me. Floors in airports suck to sleep in, every which way. Yes, you can, but you will feel like garbage. I would ask how old you are. I did something similar in my 20s when I didn't have much money and was fine. Now that I am almost 40, I would get a hotel. Yeah, you can, as long as you are waiting on a flight. Most security won't give a shit. Stay on the TSA side of the gate and you should be fine. If you have a credit card with lounge access, that may help. Active duty military, reserves and guard should visit the USO. They have beds. I would travel between San Fran and LA weekly for work for a few months and had odd flight times that made travel a pain through traffic. At LAX I would bring a blanket and neck pillow and sleep in the baggage claim under the stairs by Spirit Airlines entrance. It blocked most of the light and was miserable, but could get enough peace to get a few hours. Not much going on around there, but slept there every Thursday for 3 months. For RUC, there is no data in this link. HTTPS, but you may want to save it for future use at other airports. Bri did this before. The employees brought us cots and blankets. When we woke up in the morning, we were surrounded by people in a crowded airport just looking at us.